Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Coming up in today's show, we visit a small Brocante and have a look at some of the items for sale there and what they're used for. Then we go to a lovely autumn garden fair and get some nice ideas for decorating our homes this fall. And I'll be showing you how I make Sloe Gin. We'll also have some Titch time, so do stay to the end. Hope you enjoy this episode. We're at a small Brocante at the Belle Epoque. There's a few stalls outside and a few inside. So let's have a look around and see what's about. These are interesting, they're old woodworking planes. A little metal thing here with a handle is an old foot warmer. I actually have one in much better condition at home. Here's mine. When travelling, ladies would fill these with hot coals to keep their feet warm. On this stall, there are two old switchboards that would have been used in a company. The operator would have been able to put calls through to different departments. They probably date from the 1950s or 60s. This one's a little more recent, I would imagine. Looks a little bit more modern. This is a nice old wooden game. It's for checkers. This is the top of a weather vane. Unusual being a ball, as they're normally cockerels. The famous zigzag corkscrew. These were invented in 1919 by a Frenchman, and every self-respecting waiter carried one. They really work very well, and they still make them today using the same old moulds that they were originally made with. On the back there's a little stamp, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it tells you the date. This one dates from 1959, but you get them from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They're very collectible and very highly regarded by wine connoisseurs. The words around this wooden platter translate to, "Give us our bread this day." It comes from the Lord's Prayer, and this is a souvenir from the town of Lourdes in the south of France. Here we have a heavily decorated brass kettle. It's called repousse work, and it's decorated with a fleur-de-lis and a kind of armorial on one side, and then lots of foliage around. There's a little lid on the spout even that flips up, and on the other side there is the green man. And this is a Dutch kettle, very intricate, and the top handle folds down for easy storage. Perfect for a stovetop. So that's about it for our look round this little Brocante. We're going to be off now, and we're going to make our way to Domfront for the garden fete. Now Mum and I are at Domfront, the annual plant fair. It's a fantastic show. Let's go and have a look round. Yeah. So there's the Salon de Tea. We'll be visiting there in a little while. Yeah, they're interesting, aren't they? You want some chickens there? I don't think they'd lay many eggs, Mum. No. Roosters. Hmm.
Merci. Ouais.
Flowers and little birds. What are you looking at, Mum? Mmm. Huge. Now it's time to have a cup of tea or coffee. Look at the little table decorations, aren't they sweet? We do that with some of ours, couldn't we? Yeah. So, Mum's got a hot chocolate and a biscuit, and I've got coffee and a chocolate. How's that, Mum?
Lovely, thank you.
Here's Sean having a sleep underneath a tree. And a bottle of cider. Sean, wake up. This section here is the plant exchange, which is a really good idea. You can bring some seeds or some plants that you've dug up from your garden, and you can exchange them with other people for some that they brought along. If you don't have anything to bring yourself, then you can just put a donation in the pot. It's a nice way of sharing and having a bit of different variety that you might not normally buy yourself. Great idea. Time to head home now with our plants and see what Titch has been up to. I'm making some sloe gin. I've saved some empty gin bottles over the summer, picked some sloes from the garden, and all we need for this is sloes, gin and sugar. I put the sloes in the freezer because after they've had a frost on them, the fruit gives up more of its juice. And we haven't had any frost yet so far this year, so putting them in the freezer is a good tip if you want to speed the process along. Giving them a wash. And now I'm going to take one of these empty gin bottles and half fill it with sloes. It's quite a time-consuming job, but very therapeutic. So I've half filled my 2 empty gin bottles with some sloes, and now it's time to add some sugar. Now it's time to put some sugar in. Using one of Sean's copper funnels. We like it quite sweet and quite syrupy, so I add quite a lot of sugar. This is a litre jug and that's full of sugar, and I'm going to put half in each bottle. Well, I found that funnel a little small. The sugar wasn't running through very well, so I've just made a makeshift one with some paper. Does the job. It's just to get it into the bottle without spilling too much.
Any chance of a cup of coffee?
Yep, 1 second and I'll be with you.
Right, be in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, what are you up to? I've got a bag of wood here. Put the fire later.
Lovely, that'll keep us warm.
Right.
So I've just put the sugar in to the sloe gin. Now it's time to add the gin.
Right. I'll put a mark on there so I know if any's been drunk. Keep an eye on her.
Actually, I did actually buy that
For
just
this?
to make the sloe gin, and somebody's nobbled some of it.
I've actually got some real good quality gin for her that I bought back from England. Let me show you.
Yeah, this one is just the cheapest one. It doesn't really matter because it's going to have a lot of sugar and fruit in it. So
This is the one that I purchased for her. It really is a nice one. We haven't tried it yet.
no, I think I'll keep it for Christmas.
Okay. I'll hold on to that one.
Something nice to look forward to.
So, talking of Christmas, when will this be ready?
Well, it needs at least 2 months. Some people say it's best to make it this year and keep it for next year. So it's at its absolute best.
Oh, okay.
It just depends on how patient you are, really. But it would be okay to drink after 2 months.
Okay. Are you going to put the method in your description or something if people want to make it?
Yes, I will, yeah.
Yes, you'll put the method in the description.
Yeah.
Right, I'll let you crack on with that. I've got lots to do.
Put the kettle on and I'll make the coffee
Okay.
and then we'll carry on. So I've put some gin in the bottle. As you see, I've left quite a gap at the top, and that's because we need to do this. Shake it all up so we can distribute the sugar, and that helps to dissolve it. And you need to do that once a week. And then as the weeks go by, it will get more and more red, the colour from the sloes. If you don't like gin, you can do this with vodka, rum, brandy, the spirit of your choice, and you can add whatever fruit you want. You can make it with raspberries, you can do it with plums, damsons, whatever you can get really. Blueberries even, I should imagine, would work well. So that's all done. I've just got to continue doing this once a week until I decide we're going to drink it. After the Sloe Gin has been seeping for 2 or 3 months and you're happy with the consistency and the colour, you can strain out the sloes, and then the resulting liquid can be decanted into smaller bottles, and it makes a lovely gift. What did you think of that recipe? Do you think you might like to try it? Why not have a go? Don't forget, you can use anything you've got a glut of, or anything that's in the market that's, available, whatever fruit you want to use and whatever alcohol you want to use. It's easy as pie. Why not give it a go? So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Do give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought of this format. It's something we're trying out. Maybe do it again in the future. And I'll see you next time. Bye.